So I don't want to do the whole sugar thing first thing in the morning. So what I've done is I've put together a breakfast that really satisfies me. This literally will satisfy me all the way through the noon hour. It's about 7:20 right now, but I will go ahead and typically, unless I work out like mid morning, I'll have a little bit of just straight protein, nothing else. Like I'll have one of the Premier proteins from Costco that we carry, or something that basically is nothing extra. It's just the protein power, super low carb, so it doesn't get a lot of extra carbohydrates in my body. But for my morning routine, what I do is a buttered coffee, otherwise known as bulletproof coffee. That's basically the guy who made it famous, is a guy named Dave Osprey. So, but I'm going to go through all the different things that I put in there. It's not that much, don't worry. But before I do that, I get started with some greens. And this, I happen to be finishing off some tablets and greens. I typically like in powder form, so it forces me to drink more water. But the 7.2 greens, they are really good, but they're really expensive. So I've put links to all the different things that are available in here, including 3 different types of greens. The athletic greens actually taste like bubble gum, but they are the most expensive of the group. The other 2 are really good and a lot less expensive. I advise you to do that, to really get your day off right with some good greens to help you get all those the nutrients that you get out of vegetables and fruits, and helps get that stuff going. A little bit higher in carbs than I would want it to be, but I really like to get my day started with that as well. Additionally, I just started a routine with Super Beets, and it's right there, Super Beets. I put a link on to one that's a little bit less expensive, because this one can get kind of pricey for what you're getting. The other one is literally twice the size of this for about the same money. But this is heavy in nitric oxide, nitric oxide, which basically helps your blood flow, boost your energy, all those different things, and it is wonderful, natural, helps you actually, blood flow, guys, whatever. So anyway, so I literally put that in there. I stir that up in here. It tastes like beets. I tried a flavored one, the cherry one, and it was not that, it was worse, actually. So I don't do that anymore. I have travel packets of the cherry flavor. I don't like the cherry flavor. I'm not a big sweet guy, which is weird, because if I eat candy, I'm all about like fruity candy, but I just couldn't stand the cherry flavor one. It almost made it worse, that flavor, whatever. So here's me, on TV. So the real key to everything, make sure whatever your morning does, you use a mug that's going to inspire you every morning, right? Right, so my coffee's about done. I usually do it in a French press. This happens to be a Sumatra dark roast. I like dark roast. Just has a lot more flavor to me. But it doesn't matter. You could do it out of your Keurig, out of your Nespresso, out of just brewed coffee. You can Starbucks. It doesn't matter, right? When I do this, when I've made buttered coffee to work, I've used the Pike Place one from Starbucks when I bought that. So here's how you're going to make your buttered coffee. So you're going to do, this is Brain Octane. And let me show you what else you could use. Brain Octane is basically highly refined coconut oil. It's MCT, and if I was more scientific, I would remember what that actually stands for at the moment. I know that if Jamie's watching, he'll be disgusted. I didn't know. But anyway, so it's MCT oil. Let me show you what else you can use. That is, sorry, this is just straight up refined coconut oil. Got this at, I think, Grocery Outlet for 10 bucks, right? Refined coconut oil. Some people like to do non-refined coconut oil because it still has the flavor of coconut, so it makes your coffee a little bit sweeter. The difference between this and this is so refined that effectively, if you talk to Dave Osprey, the owner of Bulletproof Coffee, this basically, all the oil from this goes directly to your liver. Never even gets an opportunity to be stored in fat on your body. This, not as much. However, if you have it first thing in the morning, that's not really a big deal because you're going to be burning fat the whole day. That's really the key behind bulletproof coffee, is because it helps your body jumpstart that fat burning process, and you will burn fat all day because of it. And it's super satisfying, and you don't have to put sugar in your coffee, right? It basically makes it taste like a latte. So you take the 1 tablespoon of the brain octane, or the MCT oil. If you find it elsewhere, it's MCT oil. I can tell you, I've talked to people who have used other stuff, other MCT oils. They're a little hit and miss. Some people have a little bit of a digestive pain, not pain, but a little discomfort when they use other ones. Everybody I talk to really likes this one. So basically you do a tablespoon. So it's not an exact science. There, look, I poured over. If it's your first time you're making it, make it a little bit less. You just want to make sure that your body gets used to that much instant oil in your body. And then you want to do some grass-fed butter. I happen to grab this one. So grass-fed butter at Sprouts. Anything grass-fed butter, the majority of people get the Irish one, the Kerry Gold. Make sure it's unsalted, unless you like salted coffee. I don't know. But unsalted, so it doesn't add any unnecessary flavor to that. Drop that in there. So I have this in my Vitamix, a little bit of an overkill because I'm going to make 1 cup of coffee in this gargantuan thing. And then got my coffee. I usually pour it in here first so I know how much it is without even measuring. I just pour it in there. Well, I guess I'm measuring because I'm using the cup. So the coffee, and then I pour that in my Vitamix. Run this. Usually run this for about, it's going to get really loud here for a second. I run this for about 10, 20 seconds. You want to give it enough time to where it actually emulsifies and make sure that all the water and all the oils and everything are all together, right? So, get that going. Alrighty. And then, if you look at, I don't know, yeah, see how it's kind of turned a brown color? It's basically like a latte. Oops. And since I'm doing this video, I completely forgot the other thing that I was going to put in there, which I'm going to go ahead and do. Right. So I just worked out this morning, and when I work out, before I have my buttered coffee, what I want to do is get some protein in my body. This is collagen protein. I put a link on there for other collagen protein, but literally this stuff is awesome. Mainly it works on your support skin, bone, and joint health, right? Because it's collagen. And it's completely flavorless. It will literally, you can put it in a cup of tea in the evening, and it completely liquefies with no weirdness or anything. You don't even know it's there. It's tasteless. So 1 scoop, 10 grams of protein. Put that in my buttered coffee. I won't even notice that it's there. I'm getting 10 grams of protein to start off my day along with my fat. Now, I've talked a lot about this buttered coffee, like inducing fat burning. As long as you avoid carbohydrates, that is still gonna be the case. Really, what happens when you eat something that's high in carbohydrates and fat, your body basically burns the carbohydrates really fast because those are the easiest ones to burn, and then it stores the fat. But protein is actually harder for your body to digest than fat. So even in this case, where I've got protein and fats in my coffee, it's going to actually go and burn all the fat first because it's easier for it to do. Sorry about that. I should have put it in the first time. So anyway, I put this stuff, this bulletproof stuff, relatively expensive. I put a link in there that I got a recommendation from Jamie, who's one of our members in Turlock, that basically has 2 buttered coffees a day, and he's been leaning out and everything. It's pretty amazing. So there you go. The protein actually makes it a little bit frothier because I put it in there. It's going to overfill, but there's my buttered coffee. So I put links to all the different products in here. The reason I did that is because every time I do this, I get a, hey, where do I buy this stuff and where do I get and all this stuff, and just want to make sure that you have that. The Crush Everything mug is, you'll have to ask me personally where I got that, but that's how you need to go through life anyway. So, if there's any questions, let me know. Basically, I do the super beets with some greens. I have a buttered coffee. If I actually worked out, which I just worked out at my home gym here this morning, I'll throw some collagen protein in there because it's tasteless. And I make a buttered coffee every morning. That's how I start my day. And literally, it keeps me nice and full all the way through to that noon and 1 o'clock hour. I will catch you guys later. Thanks for sticking around with me. Bye.